I got to start with Husker Nation. Very curious about Blackshirt tradition. Different staffs have handed them out in many different ways. And what's going to be your approach heading into this season, or your thoughts at this moment on how you're going to hand out those black shirts?
Well, I think I did do a lot of research and talked to a lot of former players, and probably the guy that helped me the most was Coach McBride on restoring that tradition. I wanted it to be very meaningful and impactful on our team. Coach McBride talked about traditionally the 11 starters got them, and then anybody else that we saw fit. It could be a 50 lineman or the nickel that played some special teams and all that kind of stuff. And then I said, well, Coach, what if there's guys that are starters by de facto? They probably wouldn't make you proud to be a black shirt. He said, don't give them one. So there could be 0 black shirts, there could be 15, there could be somewhere in the middle. But I know this, they're going to be a black shirt on the field on Saturday afternoon. They're going to be one Monday through Friday on the field in practice. They're going to be a black shirt in the classroom. They're going to be a black shirt in the community. And just because you get a black shirt, that can be taken away as quickly as it was given to you. So you got to earn that thing every single day.
Okay, when you guys lace it up, first game for Akron, what's one thing that fans can expect from your defense that you can say right now will for sure happen? I mean, is it your aggressive identity? Is it that you're going to line up and you're going to have your assignments, or what are you going to bring to that first game for sure that you would say right now?
One thing they can expect, no doubt, is we're going to play hard. The effort's good. We're going to lead the country in effort. They'll play hard. They'll be proud of the effort that the team gives. I hope we're lined up. We tend to be aggressive and all those kind of things, but you can count on the effort we'll give.
Okay. Now, 3-4 defense. That's what Bob Diaco ran. You ran a similar 3-4. How much transition is there between those two schemes, as far as how much of the learning curve that these players are having to go through, or is it rather seamless between his 3-4 scheme to yours?
No, I mean, I talked about this earlier. I mean, you could say we're 3-4, you could say we're 4-3 sometimes, you could say we're 4-4 sometimes, we take a DB out. Okay. I don't know how we're labeled what we are, but we are, I guess. For some reason we're labeled 3-4. I don't think it's similar at all, so I think the learning curve's been high for these guys. There's been a lot of learning from them, technique-wise and verbiage-wise, and all the system. But they got to learn a lot of different things for us. And we mold the defense depending on who we're playing and what kind of team we are. So that thing could change from week to week, depending on what's going to put us in the best position to win.
Yeah, statistically, last year's defense is one of the worst school history. From the spring up to this point, what do you feel the progression's been like from when you got here day one, met with the players, versus where they're at right now today?
I think there's been a lot of growth. We've seen these guys come a long ways in 15 practices over a month's time. You see a lot more guys, like the defensive backs, you see them playing more aggressively. The defensive line is striking instead of reading and reacting. Linebackers are going to take their shots. So I think just the attitude of the team's changed a lot, and they're communicating a lot better. It was very quiet the first couple of days, very whispering, afraid to be wrong in communication. Now they're getting used to talking to their teammates.
Okay, very good, very good. I guess I want to talk about a local recruit here, Cam Jurgens, that came from this town, Beatrice, and I guess he was an all-state linebacker, and there was a battle between defense coaches, offense coaches, who was going to get him. Where were you at with that, as him being a linebacker versus tight end? I don't know if you and Sean, if you have conversations about that, or where is he projected at?
I tell Coach Frost, right now he's a tight end where he's recruited at. I'll tell Coach Frost and Sean Beckton, anytime Cam wants to come over, we got a place for him, definitely. I think he's an unbelievable player. I think he's an unbelievable young guy. I see him walking around the building. He looks great. He's the type of guy we want in this program, so I'll take him any day of the week.
Okay, and quite a few walk-ons on the program, and maybe even a few with a chance to even start for you. And they come from a lot of these rural communities, as you know, in Nebraska, just like Scott Frost did. Now, what are your thoughts on moving forward of your guys' direction as a program, of rebuilding that walk-on foundation that built the teams back in the 90s and 80s? I mean, as far as the defense goes? Yeah,
I think those guys are extremely important to this program. Just being from the Midwest, I know that there's going to be guys that are overlooked. and I'm not always going to be right. And some of them are not as good as the guys that are maybe getting offered the scholarships, but they will be by their end of their freshman year, their redshirt freshman year, because they've worked all their life, they've played all 4 sports, they haven't been with the personal trainer, they haven't faced as good a competition, but after they get in our program and we develop them, they will. So they're going to earn a scholarship. Those guys are extremely important in our program.